You're listening to Combat Radio with Ethan Dettenmeyer, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Well, it's time to shake things up around here, and in studio now are two highly diversified and intrepid talents. First is our friend Sandy Fox, who you may know from, well, just about everything. If you have ears, you've heard her voice on any one of hundreds of cartoons. And quite frankly, it's a daunting list of talents, But also, you're. Well, let's introduce your partner in crime here first before we get into the track record. Lex Lang, who's one of our favorites. Lex, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
You voiced everything from Dr. Doom to Atomic Skull, which is my kid's favorite.
Yes.
So you're a big fan.
Dr. Doom is a fun one.
Dr. Doom, indeed. But you guys have had a pretty extensive. What do you combined 6 million credits between the two of you?
Yeah, no doubt. Huh?
You have voiced everything from Betty Boop to Land Before Time to. It's unreal what you guys have done. What is there anything? Is there anywhere where your voice does not appear?
Yeah.
Is there anywhere we could go where we would not hear you? Even Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, did Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, you just did Wreck-It Ralph, which my kid was amazed to hear.
That's a great film, and I got to play all the extra screaming candies and little girls.
You had to do some
bears,
screaming candy.
The gummy bears.
Who's your favorite character that you've done?
Probably Betty Boop. It is an honor to voice.
Pretty legendary.
Yeah, no doubt. Huh?
Absolutely, the queen of cartoons. So, and I just recently, last year, flew to Paris to record Betty's voice for the Lancôme campaign. So.
It's amazing. Your voice
exciting.
is so signature. Just normally, I'm sure, I don't know you, but I'm sure in your life you have this voice and you go oh, I have this voice. It's sort of unique.
This
it
voice
doesn't sound like anybody else's voice.
Yeah. This voice has caused a lot of problems when Lex is out shopping and he says, "Oh, honey, I'm right here," and little kids don't call me that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Or when solicitors call the house and they ask if my mom's home.
Isn't that a great way to get out of it though?
Oh, if I don't want to talk to them, I'm just la 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 playing with my Barbie, Or if I do want to talk to them, I'll just be like, "Hold on."
That's amazing.
Hi, can I help you?
That's unreal.
Yeah.
You guys are up to a lot of things. You got the Phoenix Comic-Con coming up, and you've got a lot of interesting things. But let's jump around real quick. Okay. Lex, you're quite. You just did we had talked yesterday a little bit, and you were telling me this hilarious role you did on Regular Show where you play a dude living in a shag rug or something.
Yeah. It was kind of a Dennis Hopper esque character that was just hilarious. The show's funny as it is, and these guys are just super talented writers, and they wrote this character that is off the wall, and it'll probably be on the air in a few months because they have to animate to the recording that we did.
Right.
But it's just hilarious.
You guys both have crazy voices. As I just sit here, it's your voices are so amazing. They're so easy to listen to, and they're so nice. As opposed to listening to your voice, Ethan.
Which is what, a propaganda film from 1940 Germany? What?
Yeah, sort of. No, there's just something magical. It's they're so unique. They're so unique.
Thank you.
Climbs aboard the Hindenburg.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, that's a talent. These are talented people.
Lex, we should pimp you two out for doing commercials for us. So
yeah,
I don't have to do them. So we can take it up a notch in sort of talent. Instead of me shouting at someone saying, "Get this pizza," you can.
Yeah.
Well, every time you do a commercial spot, you have to put the word "fuck" in there.
I know. I can't help myself. I try to.
That's hard.
The F-bomb.
Yeah. I try to work past that. Something you're doing though that was really cool is you're pretty good, Lex, at impressions.
Yes.
And Walken being one of them. Owen Wilson being one.
Yeah. Well, impressions are a lot different than an impersonation. Impersonation is when you get dressed up and you do the makeup and you do everything and you really impersonate the character. And then there's impressions where you kind of get a vibe for what the essence of the celebrity might be. And then I also do something called celebrity voice matching, which is where if the film has been cut already and they've already had the celebrity in to do their voice work, they may come up with some new dialogue or a new scene or a new edit, and they'll need an actor to come in to do some voice matching to add a line or two here or there for actors. So, yeah, I do a little bit of the latter two. I do impressions, and I also do voice matching in Hollywood. So
they do a lot of that whenever they're sanitizing a movie for regular television, right?
Yeah, they do that too,
Yeah.
especially in that case, whether they're doing it for airlines or for TV versions.
So can you give us a sample of both?
Something?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So like, let's start with walk-in, for example. I do a little thing in some of my workshops that is I teach the whole class how to do some walk-in. And when you're doing anybody, what you want to do is you want to be able to hear what the texture of their voice is, where their pitch lies, and also if there's a song in their voice. So what I do for the whole class, and we can all do this together, and the whole listening audience can do this along.
Now this is exciting. This is exciting radio here.
So we take the word crazy, and anyone can just say crazy, and it doesn't sound like anybody. But if you want to do it sort of like walk-in, what you do is first listen to the song that is in his voice a lot, which tends to be he kind of goes when he's saying things. And so if you put the word crazy, you go crazy, you have a little bit of that walk-in feel, and then you add a little bit of a New York accent, so then you go crazy. Your dad was crazy, and you start to get a feel for that character. Whereas Owen Wilson, he has more of he's sort of like defending himself, he wants to prove that he's your friend still, so you might say to him like, Owen, why did you do that to me? I mean, I was waiting for you. You left me without a ride. And Owen would be like, no, you're my dog. I would never do that to you. No, you're my compadre. And it's like when he gets into it. Whereas Morgan Freeman is kind of a storyteller at all times. Like if you were his roommate, you might get bored with him after a while because you might have coffee in the morning. Like, hey, Morgan, how's your morning going? And he might be like, I woke up this morning, had a cup of coffee, and it was very good. And the sun was shining. It was a very nice day today. And he's very kind of relaxed and
That's amazing.
calm. And Sean Connery has kind of a gravel in his voice that's very glottal. So it's a lot of that going on while he speaks. So you put a little bit of a Welsh accent. You loosen up some dentures that he has so that your S's sound like SH's. And then after a while, you're starting to talk like this. So you say, hello there. It's Sean Connery on LA Talk Radio. So
that's like having Derek Forbes back on.
That is like
So and that's basically you have to dissect a voice before you can start doing impersonations and things like that.
That is
so
awesome.
It makes for a lot of fun.
And you said you do this for a class, so can people take classes from you?
Well, you can. Sandy and I do a workshop once or twice a year. We haven't done it last year because of other engagements that we had, but when we do an appearance like at the Comic-Cons, we'll have usually a workshop where people can come in and learn all about voice acting and what it takes to be a voice actor and the differences between animation and anime and commercial work and that sort of thing.
You're listening to Combat Radio with Ethan Dettenmeyer, right here on LA Talk Radio.